Hey guys, welcome back to the channel Program for Power. I want to say a big thank you for stopping by, and of course, if you have not done so as yet, please remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and share with a friend, family as we grow together here on Program for Power and change our lives, growing and evolving into the person we were created to be, the person we were designed to be. So I want to say a big thank you. If it is that it's your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. And today I want for you to stop what you're doing, pay attention. This video is going to be a very powerful one. You will want to put everything aside and just pay attention for a bit and take notes if you have to, or just set it in your playlist, and so you can go back and replay as needs be to remind yourself. All right, so today I will be talking about something that I struggled with as a child and even into adulthood. I struggled with it, and so I know that there are many persons who are having the same struggle. And so today I have decided to look at this particular topic. Today we will be looking at self-confidence, that monster that so many of us have been battling for years, and some of us for our entire lives. And so today we will be looking into how to build self-confidence. And in doing so, I'm going to one of my favorite books, that of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. If you have not heard about this book, I tell you, you need to stop by, pick up a copy, and listen to or read it sometime. It will change your life. This book opened my eyes and changed my life for the better. And I tell you, this book has been at the heart of so many great men and women and their successes. And so this book will give you the principles that you need. The book is based on 13 principles of success, and how he explains it in the book. It is simple, so every and anyone can understand it. All right? And so I want you to go ahead. I will encourage you to go ahead and pick up a copy of that book if you have not yet done so. All right, so today let's look at Napoleon Hill's 6 proven steps to unshakable self-confidence. All right, so if you're struggling with self-confidence, you are in the right place. If you're struggling with self-worth and you're wondering if I can do this, or if I have the ability to. Some of the times it's not wondering, because you know that you have the ability to. You know that you have greatness within you. But for some reason you cannot sum up that courage. You cannot find that self-confidence, that self-belief to go out and do what you know you can do. And so today we will be looking at how Napoleon Hill outlined, what did he say about increasing and improving on our self-confidence. All right, to break the shackles, to break the program that was handed down to us. So many of us were talked down to as children and even as adults, in the workplace, at home, in your circles. And so you would have been beaten down so many times that you start believing the negativity. You start believing that I cannot do this, because if everybody else say I can't, who am I to say otherwise? Well, today we are going to start shaking that negative belief. We're going to shake that negative program. As you know, our aim here at Program for Power is to change and to challenge what is considered norm. If it's a norm that you don't want, you can change it. You can shake it. And so today we will be looking at one norm that so many of us struggle with, but we can take control. All right, so let's go into it. So Napoleon Hill, he outlined 6 steps that if it is followed to the T, will build in you unshakable self-confidence. Unshakable self-confidence. All right, and so in his book Think and Grow Rich, he outlined some steps, and I will be going through these steps with you today. The first of those steps, it says, I know I have the ability to achieve financial, emotional, psychological, any form of independence that you're looking for. So it be self-confidence, that independence to say, I can believe in myself, I can do it. Any form of self-confidence, any form of desire, anything that you desire. You say, I believe, I know I have the ability to achieve financial independence, to lead a life of contentment, of abundance. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent and consistent action until it is achieved. That is the key section. We want to know that you're going to demand of yourself better. You're going to demand of yourself that persistent action, that continuous action. Even when I feel like I don't want to, I'm still going to do it. All right? And so he said, I know I have the ability. And I want us to pay attention to the words. I want us to pay attention to the language that Napoleon Hill uses. He did not say, I want or I hope to have. The language of assurance, I know. This is something I know. And because I know it, I'm going to make a demand of myself that I fulfill. I take the actions that are necessary to have this desire fulfilled. All right? So whatever it is that you're desiring, this is one of the key steps. And these principles, I would advise for you to write them out on flashcards or write them out on paper. Stick them in your bathroom, stick them in your room, wherever you will see them on a daily basis. And read them until they become a part of who you are. To dismiss, I can tell you, at first, it's going to feel a bit weird. It's going to feel stupid. All right? And even sometimes if persons come to your house, they're going to wonder, what is this crazy child doing? Or what is this crazy man or woman doing? You know you have the ability. And sometimes we need to remind ourselves that we have the ability, and we know we have the ability. So I need to demand of myself the actions that are necessary to fulfill this ability. All right, so that's the first one. Second one, he says that I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind, and again, I cannot stress this enough. On this channel, I talk about the mind, I talk about the thought process, I talk about how we can create and how we can evolve into the person we want to be simply by taking control of our minds, taking control of our thoughts. Right? And so here Napoleon Hill, one of the greatest author that has ever lived, right, and motivational speaker, he says, I realize that the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually seek outward expression. Therefore, I will concentrate my time for 30 minutes daily upon thinking of the person I intend to become. So, this is a process. You have been beaten down so many times. You have been told so many times that you cannot. So in order to do it, you must get to the point where you have to now remind yourself of the greatness that is within you. Remind yourself of who you are and who you were created to be. Remind yourself that I can and I will. And so here Napoleon Hill says we ought to concentrate our thoughts, sit somewhere, get away from everybody else, find a quiet area, and for 30 minutes a day, concentrate your thoughts and thinking about who you want to become, who you will be, that confident, that abundant, that exceptional person that is within you that needs to be pulled to the forefront, the person that needs to be helped to remove the shackles that was given and that was placed on them from childhood into adulthood. So we need to concentrate our thoughts daily on thinking of who we need to become. Thirdly, it says that I know that I know that any thought, any desire that I persistently and consistently holds in my mind will eventually find physical outward expression. Therefore, I will concentrate daily, 10 minutes of my time. So I will concentrate my time, 10 minutes daily upon what? Developing the self-confidence that is necessary to accomplish this particular desire. So what is it that you desire today? What is the deepest desire, that gut feeling, that one thing that you know you were created to do? Well, tell you what, you need to find 10 minutes out of the entire 24 hours to develop the skills, to develop the knowledge, to develop the know-how, to develop that confidence. Because confidence is not something that you take up and put on. It's a practice. It becomes a habit. So the more I do, the more confident I become, the more comfortable I become. And when I'm comfortable, I do this effortlessly. The thing that you do that feels like it's fun and it's not work, regardless of what others think. When you get to that point, then you know that you have found your innermost desire. But you must now work on it to perfect the craft. All right, and so in Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, he says that you need to concentrate your thoughts. You need to dedicate 10 minutes of your day into growing, into developing the self-confidence that is necessary to achieve your goals. Right? And then it says, this is one that I truly love. It says, I have clearly written down in a clear, concise statement of my goals, writing down what it is you hope to accomplish is paramount. It is critical. We must write it down, because if you are like me, I do very well with listening. I learn best through hearing. But what I do know is that what I hear, when I write it, it is cemented. So I learn through hearing and doing. And if you're like me, when you write stuff, it is cemented. It's now written in your brain, because you will have to now think about it, and as you think about it, you're writing it, and as you're writing it, you're feeling it. And the feeling is the key. That I will talk about in another video, so stay tuned for that. So it says, write out your desire in a clear, concise statement. And as you do so, you want to make sure that you're able to see this every single day. Remind yourself of what it is that you hope to accomplish, what it is that you know you have the ability to do, and you want to do it. Remember, we're building unshakable self-confidence. And if we're going to build unshakable self-confidence, that means we need to build the skills, the habits that are necessary to foster this phenomenon that we are trying to accomplish, or that we will accomplish once we go through all of these steps. Now, this is another key principle that Napoleon Hill spoke of. He says that I realize that any wealth that is not built upon justice and truth cannot be sustained. So be it wealth, anything at all that you're building, if it is not built, the principles are not built upon honesty, upon truth, upon justice. If you're trying to swindle and to cheat others to get to where you want to, it will not last. And so he says, I realize that if it's not built upon justice and truth, it cannot be sustained. Therefore, I will not partake in any dealing, any association, any business that is not mutually beneficial to all. And I'm not quoting here, I'm paraphrasing. The book has it. You can go ahead and take a look at it, the exact wording. All right? Any business that is not going to be fully beneficial or to every single person that is involved in that activity, then I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a part of it. Because there's something about being involved in activities that you know it's mutually beneficial to everybody involved, that it gives you that confidence, it gives you that peace of mind, it gives you that joy within, to know that I'm not the only person that is benefiting, but others are benefiting as well, right? And so he says that if it is not mutually beneficial, then I will not partake in it. Then he says this part. He says that, I just love this. He says that I will influence others to serve me. How am I going to do this? So I will influence others to serve me because of my willingness to serve others. I will influence others to serve me because of my willingness to serve others. And that is the game of life. That's a book that we will be talking about in on this channel in future videos. The game of life and how to play. The life is all about give and take, and the more you give, the more you'll receive. So if you want others to serve you, if you want people to be a part and to partake in your venture, then you must be first willing to serve others. So because I'm willing to give of myself, I'm willing to share, I'm willing to help others on their journey, they will be willing to help me as well. So I will influence others to serve me because of my willingness to serve others. That's a key principle. So we want to make sure that we are at the place where we are willing to serve. Last, but by no way, or no means the least, is that he gives the statement, he says that I will eliminate all jealousy and everything that does not serve me and help me to serve others. I'm going to eliminate all of those, right? So I will eliminate all jealousy, hatred, selfishness by developing a love for all humanity. Love is the key. We must love. So I will eliminate hatred, jealousy, contentment, all of that. By developing love for all humanity. Because I know that the negative or a negative attitude towards myself or others will not serve me. So we walk around daily with a negative attitude about people, about the environment, and we take on. It's natural for us to think about the negative, to dwell on the negative, because it is so evident. It's around us daily. And if we're not in control of our thoughts and our minds, then it is easy for all of that negativity to be filtered in to our lives and to be filtered into our subconscious. And so we start running this negative program daily without even knowing it. We run the negative program when we get up in the morning. What do I do when I get up in the morning? I am thinking about how miserable my day is going to be, how I am going to get into it with my boss. I'm going to get into it with those that are in my workplace. Guys, we're going to ask that you take the principles from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, apply them to your life, and I guarantee you will build unshakable self-confidence. Self-confidence that no matter what happens, you will be successful. Again, I want to say a big thank you for stopping by. Thanks for sharing, and thanks again for liking, comment, and let's learn together. Let's evolve together into the person we were designed to be. Program for power, challenging the norm. Until the next video, thank you guys, and I'll see you. Bye for now.